And we are back live. We're back live again. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Payback is a Lich. For those of you who are waiting for us, sorry, we're starting a little bit after the hour because it's becoming kind of a thing. The sabotage to all technical systems here. We have a returning player and a new character joining us tonight. It's a very different world in here in our YouTube channel than it was last week, as we hit a 500 subscriber milestone, and we have a promotional celebratory giveaway that where we are we're giving away some D&D official Royal Mail stamps and collector stamps and Lego minis and some cool stuff. If you want to check it out, it's one of the latest posts. We put it in our YouTube channel, and you are welcome to participate. All our subscribers are. It's been also an exciting time for this campaign, as we're reaching the final arc of this campaign, or at least that's what it's looking like, as the party last week has indeed. And wait, let me hold that thought for a second, because I've realized we have no music here. Where's our music, guys? Let's put very well. Let's put a little bit of a sound here for our audience. All right. Can you guys hear the song?
Yep.
Very well. And yes, it's quite exciting. As last week, we discovered that the mix and match of two different parties of liches from two different timelines that merged together, they all together themselves and their copies, and the copies that they've killed, and the copies that they've merged with, and the copies that they don't even know where they are. All of them together have worked on this, and they've managed to gather the 7 pieces of the Rod of 7 Parts. One of the two out there in the multiverse. Well, it turns out that there is another one that is in the hands, that 6 pieces are in the hands of Kaz. So time is of the essence, because Kaz could get his hand on the last piece he needs and beat you guys to the punch. So yes, for those of you who haven't watched Payback is a Lich before, this is a story of, well, I should say 2 timelines, where the campaign Vecna Eve of Ruin has failed, has gone terribly wrong, and the parties of heroes in those timelines have got their asses kicked by to next week by Vecna. Wiped the floor with them, and as a last resort, they scattered the Rod of 7 Parts that they had gathered, thinking they were going to defeat Vecna with it. Perhaps they thought, oh, we just need to bonk on his head or something. Turns out that no, they were terribly wrong and got defeated, got wiped out, was a TPK in 2 timelines, and then after that, this opportunistic, self-serving, and vengeful liches said they saw an opportunity there to take advantage of a bad situation for their own benefit, and there were indeed 2 of these parties of liches who saw the same opportunity, and they are now reaching to grab that opportunity in 2 different timelines. However, midway through our campaign, or I should say 1/3 into our campaign, our one member of the party who was unknown at that point, was in an alternative timeline, something of quite an annoying apprentice of Vecna, the big bad Lich god guy of this campaign. And as Drazov was nagging Vecna to have some access to secrets and one particular tome called the Book of Vile Darkness, Vecna has accidentally casted a wish that merged two timelines together. And that's where all the confusion in my players' heads started as they are trying, and somewhat of their frustration in this campaign. As that poorly timed wish has put together both parties and history start to be rewritten, and the two realities collapsed into one, and unbeknownst to the player, they've been swapped for their alternative selves. In their original in the start of the campaign, they were in a party that they dubbed the 9 o'clock Liches, and about episode 12, they were in a party that they've dubbed the left-hand horrors. And the two timelines were very close to each other. They were just 10 minutes out of sync. And since then, reality has framed, it seems. Now, this merged and mixed and matched party of anti-heroes holds the 7 pieces of the rod of 7 parts, although there's an asterisk there. One of them may have lost that in a poker game, but we haven't confirmed those rumors yet. And it seems...
Allegedly.
Yes, it seems... And they also learn what is this rod of 7 parts. It is apparently a key. It's not just an ancient, very powerful artifact created by a civilization that was completely wiped out by Vecna, but it was also a key to an ancient obelisk that, rumor has it, contained the last member of this civilization called the Spellweavers. They were atheists or maybe agnostics that didn't believe in gods, and they were godlike themselves. They were a spellcasting race that was erased by Vecna because there were major obstacles. There were a major obstacle in his ambition, and this was Vecna's actually true first act of ascension: wipe out the Spellweavers. The Spellweavers trivialized Vecna. They've made him look silly every time they would have a confrontation. And we've learned that they kick the asses of Volkar and Kaz more than once. Not only them, sometimes even the trolls that they would bring. These creatures called Neras from a mirror dimension would also kick the ass of Vecna. And well, there are not many creatures in this multiverse that can now say they can do that. So particularly now that Vecna is a Lich god. So indeed, it seems that is the one thing Vecna is afraid of, are of these creatures returning. And this is a secret that the God of Secrets keeps to himself. And there are only other 2 individuals that know about it in the entire multiverse: Volkar, his left hand, and Kaz, his right hand. Well, if you know a little bit of Vecna's history, you know that those 2 have had a spat with Vecna since then, and now they are competing against each other to gather the rod of 7 parts so that they can, I guess, get their revenge first against Vecna. And yes, the rod may serve as a key to a secret tomb and to unlock this creature that is sealed in this obelisk, which is apparently some sort of lore keeper that was kept. But there are many of these ancient obelisks which the location was lost to time, and apparently the party doesn't have any way to confirm that the obelisk that is inside the secret tomb, the ziggurat, is the one that they're looking for. Oh, but there is much more to tell you about what happened in this campaign and in the last session. But before we do, let's go ahead and introduce our characters. Let's start with Creek, the undying bard that perhaps also has an undying muse, a bard turned undead philosopher who discovers art in every moment and also discovers new lyrics. He's already in his 3rd album, and he recently, for instance, trying to summon a comet in Sigil, was mazed, then got out. It seems that Creek has something really deep ingrained on him, that he does not like to lose friends, even those that he just met and became friends with 5 minutes ago. So Creek, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Hey guys, the Spirit King here, Creek. I'm here ready to make another song and tale as we're getting close to our sweet, sweet revenge. I gotta say, even though I'm avenging the friends that died from Vecna, I like these friends I made along the way, getting signatures. We'll see if we get a happy ending, and I don't want to repeat being dead again. But we got this. I believe in us. I think.
You think you believe in you. All right. That's I guess we think we believe in you as well. And next we have Midge, our chaotic neutral druid, which recently has shown a talent for diplomacy, and she more recently has promised, or in the future, she has given a piece of the rod of the 7 parts to the dragon god of time Chronapsis in exchange for some divine guidance, and for him to send their way a champion to help them in their mission to defeat Vecna. And well, your prayers may have been answered. And Midge, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Well, the guy that's playing Midge is not doing well, so I won't be doing Midge's voice today. Apologies, but Midge is excited to finally move on. She still doesn't understand who is who and who has what pieces of the rod and what timeline they're from, but she's ready to move forward.
Very well. And then we have Cyril, this version of Cyril, the pretty one, has merged himself with the vestige of the evening glory in his own timeline. He is, I guess, part chronomancer, part tragic romancer. He cannot decide if he wants to kill Vecna at this point or just write a poetry to his wife. So, and the other version of himself, the ugly Cyril, dubbed the ugly Cyril, is still in Avernus playing poker, and that's the version that has the rod of 7 parts with one of the pieces of the rod of it. So, Cyril, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Hello, hello, hello. I am feeling fantastic. Avernus is a nice toasty destination if anyone is looking for holidays in the next coming weeks, and they're all excellent. I mean, my poker has just been going through the roof, for all I'm aware of.
Excellent. And then we have Drazov, our mad scientist of the arcane, obsessed with the book of vile darkness. He may have been the unintended cause of all the timeline shenanigans and the reason why the player that plays Midge never got to understand what the hell is going on with the timeline. So yeah, recently Drazov has signed a infernal contract with Fierna, believe it or not, promising to bring the Book of Vile Darkness back to her after Vecna is destroyed, of course. Drazov, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Yes, I am as always deal brave in nauseating, and I am feeling a bit frustrated. I keep feeling for my new crown, but I keep not feeling it quite there, and I am not entirely sure if it is actually on my head, and I would very much like some greater clarity on that matter. But yes, that is where I'm at right now.
That is true. It turns out that in the last session, Drazov was as part of the negotiation with Kaz. Drazov took advantage of a little moment of distraction and cast a wish to steal the crown of lies from the possession of Kaz and put it on top of his head. He just forgot one little detail. There are two versions of Drazov and two versions of Kaz. So he played a little Russian roulette there where that crown may have ended up in the heads of yet another enemy, the evil or the more evil version of Drazov. So let's hope not. There's a 50-50 chance there. And then we have Ronaldo, also now a pretty one. Now that he has also merged the vestige of the Evening Glory from his own timeline with his phylactery, and he imprisoned the other version of himself inside a doll. And he likes to throw lavish parties, and and I guess if you are a bad guest, he can cast imprisonment on yourself as well. I guess a divine passion has a body count. Ronaldo, say hello to our audience and tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Hello, Ronaldo is back, but still has a lot of catching up to do. Meeting up with the party and finding where they stand on this quest since he's been gone for a long time. So I think for now it's pretty much a matter of just rolling with the punches.
Very well. Very well. And finally, we have a returning player, but a new character, Lichdom. He was once a hero who saved a time dragon, and thanks to that gesture of kindness, he ended up, long story short, he ended up becoming a champion of Chronapsis, the god of time. And then he came to learn some very interesting things about himself, and about other versions of himself, and that his fate is somewhat entwined with Necrolumpus one, but yes, as he tried to discuss this matter and his findings with Necrolumpa, turns out that she may have. He was the evil one. He was the bad one. He was the rotten one, and she may have caused this poor soul, this poor gullible soul, to become a lich more recently. Hey, even when you're a lich, you can still be a champion of Chronapsis and fulfill some sort of purpose that transcends time. In fact, as an immortal, it might even be easier. So he also has a little bit of a spat with Vecna, and perhaps he still feels that he can fix Lumpa or save her from the dark side. Who knows? Lichdom, say hello to our audience and tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Hello, it's very strange because I'm just a fresh lich, a baby lich, if you will, and one part of me wants to destroy everything, but my old part of me, which is still not so far gone, is still wanting to help, so I'm a very confused lich tonight, but very excited.
Very well. Very well. And with that, yes, you can determine how old the lich is by the fact that he has a nose still. You can see that all other liches in this party don't have a nose. But Lichdom, you can see that he's looking dead, but his nose is still there. So
the pretty versions still have their noses.
That is true. But well, that's for a different reason. But yeah, you make a good point. There is a type of lichdom that you can be pretty and dead. But that's not a very easy type of lichdom to find. So, as promised, let's show our audience what happened quickly with our timelines. So, we had the 9 o'clock liches that started this campaign until episode 12, and then we have the Left Hand Horrors, which continue from episode 12, and there were 2 timelines at first, just 10 minutes apart, and then after the wish of Vecna, or perhaps there are now 2 Vecnas, most likely, the 2 timelines have merged together, and since then they have discovered that there were some slight differences that it turned out to become quite a bit of a butterfly effect in this campaign. For instance, in the 9 o'clock Liches, the sixth member of the party was this blade singing wizard called Necrolumpa. In the left-hand horrors, in the different timeline, that member of the party, the sixth member, is Drazov, who is with us tonight. Turns out that in their respective timelines, the one that was not with the party was an apprentice of Vecna. So there is an evil Necrolumpa and an evil Dr. Drazov, or I should say Dr. Azov, the original, out there. And the party has encountered and scaffolded with them a few times. And now, as you can see, the 7 members of the party, including Volkar, who is their patron and used to be an exarch of Vecna, all of them have mixed and matched, and now all of them hold a piece of the rod. And turns out that that guy over there, this little Cyril here, is still in Avernus. And that is the current logistic issue that the party has to sort it out before they can have they can put all the pieces together. And finally had to find this strange obelisk that they may need to deal with. Anyway, the rod of 7 parts seems it's one. Is it? The Volkar team has gathered 7 pieces of the rod of 7 part, while Kaz has only managed to gather 6. There is a 7 piece of that rod that it is with an alternative version of Volkar that was sent into a maze thanks to a little gossip from Kaz. And that version was sent into a maze, and that piece of the rod is probably still in that maze. So let's see if Kaz can convince the Lady of Pain to bring that piece to him. Who knows? Everything's possible. Anyway, going back to our base of operations now, the Sanctum in Sigil, where our party has gathered, and they were planning and discussing what was going to be their next move. The last time we saw them, they were in that classic living room that doesn't belong to them, but they are, they're doing what they can. If you see those pink auras, those 2 pink auras come from both Cyril and Ronaldo. That came from 2 different timelines, but both of them had the very same idea, to merge the vestige of the Evening Glory that they found in the Death House in Barovia with their phylactery. And that caused them to have some sort of divinity in themselves, as they are now technically the vestige of the Evening Glory, a Lich vestige, and they have this aura of charm that seems to affect everybody around them. And then we have Drazov and Creek on the room, and Volkar, who said last time you guys saw him, he was going upstairs because he says, you guys have to figure this out. And I'm gonna give a few minutes for you guys to discuss what you want to do. Oh yes, sorry, I forgot to tell our audience what happened in the last session. I'll try to be brief. The party was spread across 3 planes of existence. We had Drazov, Midge, and Creek that had just come back of Philigetus, and they landed up close to the mausoleum of Chronapsis. They went inside. They talked to Chronapsis, and Midge negotiated for ask some questions, clarify some things that only Chronapsis would know, and ask Chronapsis to help them in this timeline. And Chronapsis said that he would send a champion to support them. And Midge, she didn't even know, but she gave in the future, she already gave a piece of the rod back to Chronapsis. Guys, you promising more pieces of the rod than you have. And back and then after talking to Chronapsis, he sent them back a couple of hours into the past so that they could catch a meeting with Kaz where Volkar and Kaz were negotiating the exchanges of pieces of the rod. You know, like people that collect baseball cards and they have two of the same and they want to just trade around. That's kind of what happened here. Volkar and the party managed to gather two pieces of the rod that is from a different rod, the rod that Kaz wants, and they managed to gather those two pieces. So they did Kaz jobs for him, and then they traded for the one piece of the rod that they didn't have, and that's the piece Ronaldo is holding right now. And with that, the party gathered the 7 pieces of the rod. They've learned about the fact that the spellweavers are a powerful species of creatures that could trivialize Vecna, and probably the only help the multiverse can reasonably expect to have in a fight with Vecna, as he is now the god of magic, the overlord, the demon overlord of all layers of the abysm, the mother of all dragons, and whatever all the other titles or domains he's stealing from other gods while you guys are taking your time. So with that, let's go back to that sanctum living room where you guys have decided what to do next. Then I'll shut up for some time.
Well, guys, I'll say first things first. I know we had to give up our amulets when we were in the 9 Hells, and I definitely want to get another one. Because who knows how many people are trying to track us down. Probably even Vecna himself.
Pretty Cyril's just gotta, pull on the chain of his amulet and say, "Sucks for you, losers."
Sucks for us that we got a piece of the rod while you're staying all pretty in here. But I can't be mad at that face.
And Pretty Cyril pulls out his piece of the rod and says, "Oh, this rod, is it?
No,
There can only be one pretty one."
Creeples hit the rod.
Wait. Pretty Cyril has a piece of the rod? Pretty Cyril doesn't have a piece of the rod.
Pretty Cyril does have a piece of the rod.
He does not.
I have first piece here.
Well, then Pretty Cyril, you shouldn't have a piece of the rod because Pretty Cyril comes from the original timeline and he traded his piece of the rod of Kaz. And he forgot to delete from his inventory. Pretty Cyril.
He's like, he's holding it up and he's like, "I do have a piece of the rod," and we all stare after a moment of silence. We're like, "Cyril, that's a pretzel."
I just can't tell him. He's such a great lich. Who am I to tell him he's wrong?
Dresself moves over to him and says, There, you seem a bit confused. Allow me to take you back to my laboratory that I may help you sort things out."
He just looks at Dresself and he's like, that is becoming a little bit more of a viable option. My head just doesn't seem to be screwed on quite right. Maybe I took a fall down some stairs or something. I'm not too sure.
But do not worry, I will get your head all sorted out, as well as the rest of you. You will be very safe and comfortable there. Forever.
Forever is a long time. Let's circle back to that for now. We have greater things on our plate than your seduction tactics.
Mitch takes a couple steps towards the door. I can go. God, it's gonna be so hard for me not to do the voice. I'm gonna end up doing it anyway, guys. I can go get the necklaces. While you guys sit here and argue about who's the prettiest.
Do we have to argue? I thought it was fairly obvious.
I agree. It is very obvious that
it is very clearly
and
Cyril.
And Midge goes, my point exactly.
And Creek
It's
goes,
like both Ronaldo and Cyril are narrowing their eyes at each other and like, quite obvious, quite obvious, quite obvious, quite obvious.
look, an amateur like me can't compete with pros. I'm gonna go with Midge.
And I have to say, as you're all getting ready to, as you're both getting ready to leave, someone arrives at your footsteps, and it looks like some sort of a walking corpse, or a very old elf, or perhaps a reanimated elf corpses. Still have hair on him, and it feels like it looks like someone threw acid on his face, but otherwise just, you haven't seen anyone looking like that before. That's a new face.
Midge sees the acid-ridden face and goes, "Just the way I like him."
Wait. Oh, it took me so long to get here. Which one of you is Cyril?
And Cyril's going to look to him. He's going to say, I'm pretty Cyril. Is that any good to
You. I must shake your hand, You killed someone who was an old adversary of mine, and I thank you for that. Oh my god, one second. Sorry, my name is Lichdoom, and Chronepsis sent me. I'm here to aid you in. I'm here to aid you in destroying the Whispered One, or if that's your intention, at least. I'm here to aid you in whatever your endeavors are.
Midge
Can I
looks at
insight that?
Drazov.
Yeah.
Midge looks at Drazov and says, "An imaginary time dragon sending someone to help us."
Do you really trust this Lich here? I get your imaginary friend, but I've never heard of this person, Midge.
No, wait, didn't
Ronaldo
you?
is lounging back on the
Wait, who
couch
did
with
agree? Wait,
one ankle.
who did?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, no, I'm just trying to. Who did? No, Creek. I thought you did see him, didn't you?
Oh, I agree. I saw Chronapsis, but this Lich saying Chronapsis sent
Yeah,
him
but
to
you said
us?
imaginary friend, so that's why I was confused.
Sorry. I forgot. Yeah. So
Yes, he's
don't
gonna have
trust-
to roll for your stupid charm.
Yes, he will. So, welcome to the party, Lich Doom. You can start by rolling it's a DC 20 charisma saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
Oh, one short.
Roll another one.
I think
Short
he already
again.
has a favorite.
Very well. Lich Doom, you look around the room, and while you can see there's some interesting liches around here, and they seem to be different flavors of liches, there are two of them that draw your attention because their beauty is so... There's something about them. I mean, Cyril, you obviously have something magnetic. He has some sort of gravitas. You can understand that he's a very powerful individual that has defeated your arch nemesis, and that's... wow, it's like meeting your idol. It's like, whoa, this guy's amazing. And then you look at Ronaldo sitting so comfortably and cool on the couch, and he just feels so secure of himself. You don't know what it is, but both of them you just feel this immediate attraction towards them.
Oh, you, forgive me, you are sitting so confidently and cool on that couch, and you seem so secure of yourself. It's unbearable is the word I'm coming to, but like a very positive unbearable. And you, not only did you just kill Morrigan, but damn me for being so blunt. You're so damn hot too.
He's gonna point to Dreyself behind him and he's gonna say, I mean, Firehead here follows me around pretty much all the time, so keeps me nice and toasty.
He is my Lich. You cannot have him.
And with that, Midge reaches her hand behind her and casts infestation on top of Cyril.
Not this again, Lich. Oh, not this again, Midge. Come on.
And
As he swats
Bugs
away.
add such a flavor to your crown.
roll a 19 con save, Cyril. And Volkar comes back downstairs and he looks around the room and he's, we don't want to buy anything.
Ah, you must be Vokar. You are so ugly compared to Cyril. And what was your name again?
I'm not joining your faction or whatever it is that you're selling.
Cronepsis said you were senile. Cronepsis, my name is Lich Doom, and Cronepsis sent me to help you.
Why is he talking?
That's this big dragon.
Why is he talking in slow motion? Does he have some sort of a mental problem?
Yes, mental problem. Cronepsis said you had one. He's quite astute, Ronaldo, for a very old sod.
Oh, I
Ronaldo
feel like
just looked around and is like, is there another timeline I don't know about?
you are friends with Cronepsis. I get it. Perhaps if I talk slow, you understand. Okay. So, why did Cronepsis send you? Why is Cronepsis intervening in my business?
Well, Vokar, you see, I went and talked to Cronepsis.
Why are you talking slow as well? It seems it's contagious.
Because I have a freaking sore throat. Leave me alone.
Don't make him excited, everyone. Cronepsis said he's old. Go ahead.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I mean Midge.
So anyway, we stopped by and talked to Cronepsis because we were, just in the neighborhood, and he helped get myself and Creek and Drazov back here at the right time so that we could meet up with Kaz, because otherwise we would have missed that meeting, and that would have been bad. And he said that he supported us and that he was going to send someone to help.
I don't know if I'm pissed off by the fact that you had to cut a deal with a time dragon so that I can tolerate a newbie to join. I mean, this is clearly a spy. And is he saying he's a lich? He still has his nose on. And slightly ageist as well. So we're gonna have to deal with this because I could be upset about that, but at the same time, I'm also quite impressed by how resourceful you guys were just to arrive in a meeting on time. I wish the chronomancer of the party would do the same.
Who, me?
Yeah, you would think that the guy that has time powers would always be here at the right time. But instead, we're always waiting for you.
I mean, I arrive when I need to be there, and when I'm there, I'm meant to be there, so
Well,
it all works out.
your other self should be here by now. You have a problem.
I
About that.
do have a bit of a gambling problem.
Well, let's hope he didn't gamble away his piece of the rod. Perhaps you can try and contact him. And, trying to sort out your own mess.
Yeah, why don't you try and help yourself get back here?
And Midge walks over and says, I gotta see this. And she sits down.
How would I, a great time wizard, get another great time wizard to be here? As he scratches his mustache.
So, Bokar, let me explain in case you're confused. Time is something you keep on your wrist in a watch. So, be on time is different to what he's Ronaldo, is he okay?
Well, I think that's always been relative.
Time is relative. I'm going to sit down and watch him from over here.
And he says, Lich, be humble. Sit down. You are this close to get yourself banished back into Chronepsis' room.
Yes, Chronepsis sent me, Bokar.
This is. I think his ears are very long, but they don't work. Chronepsis sent you. I don't like it.
Yes.
I don't like it. This is my business, my party. And you were not invited.
Well,
Midge
you see, I'm actually...
didn't have the authority to do that deal on my behalf.
Yes, but I'm also here to redeem a former acquaintance of... Someone may translate. Necrolumpa cursed me, and I am here to redeem her because of what Vecna did to her. She's not the same as she once was.
What is he talking about? Necrolumpa is awesome. He's a member of our party as well.
Yes. But when she was Loompa, she would not be acting like this. So I'm here to redeem her name. Whether she's awesome now is a Lich's perspective.
Well, she's been absent, taking care of her own stuff for some time. You're saying that she's the one who turned you into a Lich?
While she was absent, that is how I became how I am now. When do I lose my nose exactly?
Well,
Midge stands up.
I can help with that.
So, Necrolumpa turned you into a... Did she say why? Why would she bestow this curse upon us?
That I cannot tell you.
And what do you mean by you want to redeem her?
She's not the same. She's corrupted. She used a scroll to curse me, and I'm here to join you to fight and end Vecna. Your lines and your wants line up with that of Chronepsis. I am here. We must move on from this. Chronepsis is involved in your business. Vecna is Chronepsis' business as well.
Just, you said she used a scroll to turn you into a Lich?
Yes.
Alright, so, who turned this poor clueless individual into a Lich was the other version of Necrolumpa, the one that is an apprentice of Vecna. This type of scroll is extremely rare, and as far as I know, only Vecna has the knowledge to create them. And it's given as a sort of a reward or a gift to the highest ranking members of his cult. It's a shortcut to turn someone into a lich is one of the many things Drazov is interested in from the Book of Vile Darkness. The knowledge is there of how to create these scrolls. But that's the only way he would have turned into a lich so fast. Clearly, you're very fresh, as you still have your nose and your ears, and you still believe in naive things like you can redeem someone from whatever. Clearly, you're thinking like a mortal still. You're not a proper lich. I don't understand. Is this Croneps? Is this what Cronepsis sent us to help us? Then perhaps you could just go back and say to Cronepsis, thank you, but no thank you.
Sadly, Vokar, once I am assigned something, I never leave it. I'm here on Cronepsis' word. I'm here to end the fight with Vecna. You can look at what has happened to me. You can even hear my knees creaking. Listen. This is
I was waiting for that.
I am here to get rid of the Whispered One forever. Whether you like it or not, I am staying.
And Creek will pipe up and says, what has the Whispered One done to you? It sounds like you made a deal with the Time Dragon.
He
Yeah.
has corrupted my former goddess. And now she has cursed me. So
Your former
that is my
goddess?
revenge. Pardon me.
Yeah, who
Pardon
might
me.
that
Pardon me.
have been?
Lupa. I was her champion. She's the goddess of blade singers.
What? She never became a goddess. There were rumors she might have the potential. 300 years ago, when she was turned into a lich. Yeah, was it 300? Perhaps like 290. I'm hyperfixating. Anyway, she was supposed to be. She was said she was a good contender, but she never became a goddess. She was defeated by Vecna and turned into a lich, and that's why she wants to kick his ass.
Well, all this talk about timelines and things is clearing things up with a bit. My Loompa was the goddess of blade singers, and I was her champion. Vecna corrupted her into Necroloompa. So, if your Necroloompa is not the goddess of blade singers and is not corrupted, then that is your Necroloompa. But my Loompa, I refuse to call her Necroloompa. She was the goddess of blade singers. I was her champion until Vecna came and changed that.
The only Loompa I remember was no
And,
goddess, but was a pain in the neck who tried to kill us.
And I thought Cyril was obsessed about his wife. Wow. Talk about a stalker. So you're stalking Lupa across timelines and trying to
No,
retrieve her from Lichton?
No, I'm stalking Vecna. I understand that this is irreversible. There's no going back. But if my last part of my morality is to take out the Whispered One, then, and he gives a little bow, then I am here at Cronepsis' request and clearly at your dispense.
Well, I guess we can use him as a meat shield. Very well. Very well. Well, so here's the problem. We have 7 pieces of the rod. We have to go somewhere. Cyril, can you get your alternative selves ass here? I mean, can you convince yourself to leave a poker table?
I mean, I can give Ascending Spell a shot, but I mean, I am quite stubborn, as I'm sure many of you are well aware. But I'll give it a go. There's my Sending. You'll cast Sending. Hey, Cyril. Stop playing poker. We need you. You have won enough. P.S. Drazov is still acting weird. Okay, bye.
You still have 5 words to go.
Ronaldo is now very pretty.
Well, there's... now roll a d20 for me.
D20. And that is a 13.
Very well. As you send this message, you hear back. The person you're trying to reach is a bit busy right now. I can tell you that you're a powerful, powerful person to be sending messages into the Nine Hells. I'm sure you are not looking if there are any problems, right? So how about this? I will get a message for you. I will deliver that message for you for just 3 soul coins.
Cyril is going to look to the rest of the party, and he is going to say, someone else is there, and he's saying he will pass on our message for 3 soul coins. Now, unfortunately, I think I actually have none, it seems. My pouch is empty. Do you guys have any by any chance?
Drazov immediately has a soul coin in his fingers and is like offering it to Cyril. Yes, of course. Here you go. I'm afraid I've only got the one at the moment, but I can get others if you need.
And Cyril is going to grab it, and is going to drop it, and it's going to go, why is it wet?
It is best not to ask these kinds of questions.
And he's going to look to the rest of the group and he's going to say, okay, well, this is the start, but unfortunately, the person on the other end is asking for 3 soul coins.
I already gave mine.
I don't have any left. Yeah, I already used mine.
Lich Dome, I know you're only new here, but maybe you could help us?
Trust me, honey. If I had some soul coins, you'd already have them.
Okay, maybe 1 wet coin is enough for now. Voker, might you have some soul coins?
No! Why do you need soul coins?
Well, after trying to get in contact with the less attractive version of myself, the message reply wasn't from me, it was from someone else saying they would pass on the message for soul coins.
Well, offer them a ring of mind shooting. That's worth more to them than a soul coin. And we can buy a bucket of them outside.
That's very smart, Vokar. You're clearly as wise as you are old. And Cyril will
You do realize you're older than I am.
Well, clearly I'm very wise too.
All right.
And he'll cast send in again. Hello there. We don't have soul coins, but we can offer something else. How about rings of mind shielding?
That's the end of your message?
That's 25.
All right. And I say, how interesting. many can you provide? I gotta guess sending again.
Oh god,
Just say one.
I'm running out of sendings. We can provide 1 soul coin and 1 ring of mind shielding.
A soul coin and a ring of mind shielding won't cut it, buddy. You need to do better than this. How about 10 rings of mind shielding?
And Cyril's going to look to the party and he's going to say, guys, he's demanding 10 rings. Now, like I just showed you, my coin point just happens to be a little bit on the lighter side. So I think some of you guys might have to cover my portion of the share.
Yes, this should be no problem.
Yeah, not a problem.
Amazing.
I'm only saying that because I failed the charisma save.
I'm actually out of. Oh, I'm out of spells.
Upcast it.
It won't let me upcast. I don't think you can upcast sending.
Yeah, you can. You just use the 4th level.
Yeah, you can upcast, it's just not gonna have any other effect.
Yeah.
Oh,
just
it's just
use
not
the
there.
4th level
Okay, yeah,
spell
perfect.
slot.
Okay. We can provide 10 soul coins for Cyril.
Wait, I think you mean rings of
Sorry.
mind shield.
Apologies.
Sorry, okay, we can provide 10 rings for Cyril. Sorry, apologies. And
We can provide 10 rings of mind shielding for Cyril.
very well.
Sorry, guys.
You mean you want to change the rings for your buddies? Or you want me to deliver the message?
Oh, I'm burning through slots here. We would like
You got yourself into this mess. You got to get yourself out.
I left on holiday.
Say,
Please.
tell them, how do you know, if they're intercepting the message, how do you know that they have Cyril? You're not going to be handing over 10 rings just for nothing. 1 soul coin and 1 ring, and they should present Cyril, and then continue negotiations from there. Sorry.
25 words with that. He'll cast sending once more. I've burnt my
Good.
slot. How do we know you have Cyril and he is safe? Can you give him the message? And can he leave the poker game?
Well, no one is safe in the 9 house. But if he's on a poker table, I can deliver the message to him. And once it's delivered, he can do as he wishes to get out of here. As long as he has no debts and he paid his taxes.
Who needs taxes?
No one gets out of the 9 house without paying their taxes.
In that case, we'll provide the rings for the message to be given to him.
10 rings for the message?
Perfect. Where shall we
Remember
meet
that
you?
you're giving demons these powerful rings of.
Very well. Here's what you're gonna do. I'm gonna send a little image to your head. Draw that with your blood on the ground. Put the 10 rings in, and then send me a message when it's ready.
That might be problematic, as I'm sure you're well aware. I am a lich, and blood is not something easily obtained by myself. From
What do you
myself.
mean if you are a lich? It's very easy to obtain blood from someone else.
This is very true. Very true. Okay, we'll get the rings immediately.
Very well. And you said that those were another 3 spells, by the way.
Yup.
So you already burned. Just that last part there was another 3 spell slots.
So I have all my 3s gone, all my 4s gone, and 1 5 gone.
Very well. So what's next, guys? Now that you figured out that you can deliver a message, what's next? You going out to do some shopping?
Oh God, can we just fast forward past that?
Yes. You still need to declare what you're doing next.
Not and say we did. We need to go get the rings of mind shielding, and then we need to get the proof of
detection.
against- proofs against detection and divination. Yeah, we just need to go by those.
Very well.
Also, Ronaldo would like to do something selfish. He would like to, since this is the former sanctum of Tasha and Alestria, he would like to just kind of snoop around. He'd like to see if he can find any item or any hint of the whereabouts of the items from his wish list, if you know what I mean. The ingredients.
Hmm.
And this can be resolved later if you want in downtime, but just say perhaps would be a good opportunity to be sneaking around while they're doing shopping.
Very well. Very well.
We can move on.
So Ronaldo is going to snoop around. Volkar is going upstairs again, as he needs time to think about this whole mess. Midge and Creek, you are going out to do some shopping. Cyril, you're going as well, or you're going back to Drazov's laboratory with him for a little bit?
I will go with Mage Creek.
Very well. And
Drazov is also going with them to do the shopping.
Supervise.
excellent. And Ronaldo is snooping around. Lichdom, what are you doing?
Lich Doom is he's going to follow Ronaldo as he's sneaking around, just being like, "You're very handsome while you sneak like that."
I like it when you bend over.
Oh
Point
boy.
of sneaking is no one notices. If I do appreciate
I never not notice you.
All right, if I find something, you can find it too.
Oh boy. All right. So, on that note, it seems like a good time for us to actually give a quick break. So let's take a 10-ish bio break, everybody, and we'll be right back after this interval. All right. Do we have everybody back?
I'm back.
Yep.
Except for Midge.
Yes, sir.
You just had to leave.
Where's Midge? Midge had to leave.
Had to tend to her spores.
Oh, I see. Did Midge drop a message somewhere and I missed it?
Character.
The off-character chat.
Oh, okay.
Well, we'll miss you, dude.
Yeah, let's hope he feels better soon. All right. And so it seems that Midge never came back from her shopping. She
It was a lie. She's like, screw these guys, and just went home.
she's still out there somewhere in Sigil, doing some shopping, and
She came across an eldritch herbology store, and then got really interested in a giant fly trap, and then it swallowed her up, and she's currently trapped and struggling to get out.
oh
That
boy,
problem distracted me. I don't know where Midge went. One moment she was there, the next moment she was gone.
She's
Yeah.
slippery.
and you come back without Midge, but with your rings, and for a potential conjuration circle, whatever it is, and with your amulets. So for those of you who are missing an amulet of proof against protection, of proof against divination and location, you know what it is. You can add to your inventory.
I'm good. I've got my amulet. Vestige.
And Lichdom, you don't have one. And to be a member of this party,
No.
that's you need one.
Okay, let's do. We'll take one.
As they bought one for you. So it's amulet of proof against detection. Can you get
And location.
detection and location? Very well. And that will protect you. That the very cheap item will protect you from the eyes of Vecna, or at least you think it will. Now he's the god of magic, so who knows? All right. So, what's next, guys? You've returned from the and you. I find it amazing. You've returned from and you sat exactly on the same place as you guys were before. Unbelievable.
Creatures of habit.
Yeah, I can see that. What's next? Are you making the little conjuration circle with blood? Did you get blood, Cyril?
Wait a minute, I just thought of something. We're still in Sigil. Like, doing so will get us in trouble with the Lady of Pain.
Aha! Someone thought about it. I was wondering, is he going to where is he gonna get blood in Sigil? Where are you gonna get blood in Sigil, Cyril?
I have blood. It is nothing.
Drazov's laboratory.
I was just gonna say.
I have
looks like
plenty of
a
blood
blood
trail.
lab. Oh god. Oh god.
I'm just saying that if we have the instructions to make the circle, we should make the portal outside of Sigil so we do not incur the wrath of the Lady of Pain.
Cyril will look to Drazov and will say, and where exactly is your laboratory?
Finally,
Oh, it
Drazov. The
right
moment
this way.
arrived.
It is right this way. Just follow me. Cyril and I will be back in a moment, or at least
No,
I
no,
will
no.
be there.
No,
Just
no.
Cyril- just
All
you
of
and
us will
Cyril,
go. All of us will go. I insist.
Really, I mean, I think the two of us can handle this on our own. There is no need to involve everyone else.
I think we will involve everyone else. So
Yeah, if you insist. Very well. The rest of you may come also.
As long as you don't split me in half again, I'll come along.
What kind of lab is this?
Very
How are
well.
we gonna get through the lab from within Sigil? We need a sanctioned portal.
Yeah. How are you getting to the lab?
Question. Is there a sanction portal that we can use to somewhere that I can use my key to get back to my lab?
There is
Or can I
a
use that from
Are we? Wait.
there is a bar. There is a bar where you guys came from. The which
Ubiquitous Wayfarer.
yes, which can be used to go, for instance, to the Outlands and so on and so forth. As long as you guys buy a drink.
All right, yeah.
Buy a drink and maybe pick up some poor sap for the blood.
Oh, I have plenty of blood. I keep lots of test subjects on site in my lab. They're always eager to donate.
Fresh is more fun, but all right, have it your way.
Very well. You guys had through Sigil, while Midge is not back. You had through Sigil, and to the ubiquitous Wayfarer, where you buy yourselves a drink, and they allow you to use one of the portals. You go to the Outlands, and from there...
Does Ronaldo and Cyril get their drinks on the house?
They do, of course. Not only they get their drink on the house, they get a lot of fans in the place. Like, a lot of people want to just be near you, and will do whatever you want.
Appreciation we deserve.
It's tough being as beautiful as we are, isn't it?
So difficult.
Excellent, and very good, guys. Very good. You were really gathering followers in Sigil. Lots of them would like a piece of you, just as a memento.
It's a burden we bravely bear.
This is a tough existence, I must say.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
We all feel so sorry for you. And after passing through the ubiquitous Wayfarer, getting Lich Doom a drink, actually getting Lich Doom to pay for the drinks since he's the newbie, and he pays for the drink for everybody. Do you have any money, Lich Doom?
I do. I have 3,000 of the finest gold pieces.
3,000 gold pieces.
No, I have 3,060 of the finest gold pieces.
Ah, very well, very well. Well, now you have only 3,000. The 60 you spent in that tavern, and after that, you head into the Outlands, and from the Outlands, Drazov, to get to your laboratory, you're gonna have to cast Gate. Can you cast Gate, Drazov?
You're muted, bud.
If you're there, you're talking.
Oh, right.
We can't hear you.
That is a yes. Yes, I can.
Very well. All right. So. Oh, and I forgot to change you from to show people the Outlands. Look at the Outlands, and you guys.
Strictly speaking, I don't think I actually need to, because he's got a key that just allows him to access his.
He has a key.
Yeah, the forget the spell is called. It's like create
Demiplane key.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah,
so you're telling us that your laboratory is on a demiplane?
Yeah. We had discussed this in chat.
That's
before.
fine. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
That is the truth.
Yes.
I'm not challenging. I'm just asking. It is the
Yes.
your laboratory is in a demiplane. Very well.
Yeah.
So you could have used that in fact you could have used that in any door, because a demiplane you're not technically leaving Sigil.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Yeah,
realize
when you
that.
come out of the demiplane, you come out of that in Sigil. Well, a bit too late now. You're in the middle of the Outlands, and you're heading to the nearest bar. As you come out there, close to Trade Gate, and you use on a door there to lead you inside your laboratory. Let's bring you guys to Drazov's laboratory, because that's Oh, and he fixed it since the last time you guys been here. Look at that. He even disorganized his table just like it was disorganized before. Because there's a logic to his madness. There's a method there. All right, Drazov, can you give us a tour?
Yes, of course. Now, you will see that there are a number of brains around. Do not talk to the brains. I do not want them getting ideas. And anything they say to you, please ignore it. They are all vicious liars, every one of them. Now, if you will follow me this way. Come on. Come, follow me. Follow. Yes. Yeah, this is where I conduct experiments.
Ronaldo's absolutely whispering to the brain.
It says you're a naughty, vicious liar. Is that true?
Now, over here is where I conduct experiments that none of you could possibly understand, and over here is where I conduct other experiments of a very different nature, which none of you would also understand. And over here is where I keep things that need to be preserved. Cyril, you and I should discuss this further later, in private. And over here is where you do not need to concern yourself with what goes on over here. And yes, over here there is this is, what can I say, more experiments that none of you will understand. Oh, yes. I see, Creek, you have found the axe. Would you like to be strapped in?
Last time you did that, my spine was separated.
Well, that was not me. That was that imposter who violated the sanctity of my lab.
Roll persuasion against Greek.
It's a 9.
You better hope I roll low enough. Let's see here. I'd only want Cyril to stretch my back. No offense, Drazov.
Oh no, I completely understand. Cyril is wonderful. Please, Cyril, assist Creek in being strapped onto the table. Lich Doom, would you also like to have your back stretched?
I'm beginning to wonder what sort of party I have walked into. Cyril, your boyfriend is a bit of an asshole, insisting that none of us would understand all these experiments, but he's also a very bad scientist, making a lot of experiments that no one would understand. No, I'm okay, Drazov. I will just watch, I suppose. The thought of Cyril getting his back stretched out is quite the spectacle.
Oh my god.
Cyril doesn't know where to look anymore, or what to even do. I'm gonna go in this corner over here and just
pulled one way and then the next.
Yeah.
At any rate, I've already warned you about the brains. Now, if you will excuse me, I will go and collect some blood. And he heads off somewhere to a different part of the lab where he keeps his test subjects. And returns a few minutes later with a large bucket overflowing with blood.
Jeez. Ronaldo would like to join them, but before he does, he's gonna rub the brain like a turntable.
And I have to say, while he was out and he was getting this blood. You guys didn't see exactly where he went, but you could hear this. So was probably a guinea pig or something. And
Does Cyril stretch my back again? Stretch my back?
Cyril is in the fetal position in a corner, thinking, "What have I done coming to this lab?"
Ronaldo's next to Creek. Don't worry, Creek. I know what I'm doing. And he'll prepare the strat.
Very well. Roll a strength.
Persuasion.
Roll an athletics, Ronaldo, to see how well you stretch Creek's back.
You want persuasion first?
I have to warn you though. A nat 20 is gonna be really bad for Creek, although it's gonna give you inspiration.
You can't jinx it
You know
like
what?
that.
I resisted his charm, but yeah, you know what? Trust that pretty look. Show me how good you are with my bones.
All right, strength. Oh wait, athletics check.
Athletics check.
A 12. Oh, a bit rusty.
Oh no, you couldn't do a very good job stretching Creek. He's still, you can see his arms. You just stretch his arms. You gotta do harder than that, Ronaldo. You wanna try again?
What was I thinking? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Try
Ronaldo,
again.
I
I'm
had
just
a guy
warming
with
him up.
a 300-pound axe chop me in half. You're gonna need a little more force than that, behemoth.
Oh well, if force is what you want. Oh, of course I roll stinky. That's just pathetic. Ronaldo's heart is not in it. He's just like, I don't know. That wound, like that scarring on your spine is pretty bad. You sure you want me to pull?
You know what? Since you said sure, I'll let you try one more time. Give it your best crank.
One more time. Let's just full body momentum crank this. 1, a 2, a 3. Wow, D&D Beyond a 3.
Well,
The whole thing's frozen.
you did call the tree.
The heck, man? Wow. Wow.
You know,
13 instead of a 12.
You know, Ronaldo, I think deep down you think this type of labor is beneath you. I think that's the real problem here. And
Stretch yourself.
Well, can you unstrap me first, please?
What was that, darling? Didn't hear you.
Help! Help! This creek is restrained. Cyril!
I suppose I can help. And he'll slowly go over and say, I mean, you did ask him to stretch you out, no?
Yeah, but I asked him to release my binds.
Well, I mean, you didn't say the safe word.
I think
The
our shrimpy
safe
wizard
word?
needs to show more strength than our cleric.
And-
That's bullcrap, and you know it.
and as you guys are playing there, roll a perception check for me.
All of us, or just them?
The ones that are playing there, they're close to the equipment.
Yes.
And you guys notice there's a little bit of a light coming from under the table. And then you look under the table and there's a little glowing glyph underneath there.
No. Oh no.
Doesn't
Why
seem
would
to
you
be
do
anything
that?
explosive. But as you guys are investigating there, passing through the door, you suddenly see someone that looks very much like Drazov. And he says, I thought I told you not to come back to my laboratory.
Oh god, Cyril, untie me now. Please. Pumpernickel, pumpernickel.
What's...
Dr. Azov enters and he says, This is my place, and you're. Let me do it. This is my place, and you are all trespassing. You are all filthy trespassers, and I am going to do experiments to all of you, and then I'm going to do a little bit more, except to that pretty one. I want to put him in the cylinder, and the other pretty one as well. I'm gonna put you in the cylinder as well. What about you?
Oh, no.
You're a fake copy of me.
Oh
Everyone's
no,
gonna
Dr.
start-
Bragilia's the confounded.
Everyone's gonna start untying Creek at the thought of getting trapped in a vial with this strange man who looks like the other strange man at the other side of the room.
And
Yeah, am I back from getting the blood yet?
yes, very much. Yes, the bucket is right there on your hand.
Fantastic.
And you can now click on your tokens and roll initiative. Because Dr. Azov, the original, doesn't play around. He told you not to come back to his laboratory after what you did to him last time here.
Drazolf, I can wait. Hold off 1 second. Class. I have some class features I've not gotten to use yet. What did you roll, Drazolf?
An 11 for. Oh wait, no. 10 for initiative on Drazolf.
Well, I shall.
Dr. Azolf got an 11.
Since we are facing off against your dastardly alter ego, if you like, I can give you advantage on this roll and let you roll again with my vigilant blessing.
Oh, that would be most appreciated. Yes.
Go ahead. Get him, Drazolf!
Oh dang.
Oh,
That's
dang, yeah.
21.
Very good.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
So my Dr. Azolf character sheet, I don't think has been updated since the last time, because his spine of arcane supremacy he shouldn't have anymore. I think he should also not have his Kirzan's ooze.
Oh no, he got new ones. Don't
Or
worry
his-
about it.
Okay.
He had plenty of time to get new ones.
All right. And I'm assuming that he's back at full health then.
Yes.
All right.
Very well.
Did I get a chance to rest? I'm assuming not.
Short rest, yes.
Good to me.
Wait. So we have had a short rest since.
Yes, you can apply short rest.
Okay.
You've been in the sanctum for quite some time. And now that Dr. Azov, the original, has apparently put a sort of alarm in this place, silent alarm to inform him the next time there were trespassers, and here he is here to kick some serious ass. I'm gonna let Drazov and Dr. Azov have a conversation with themselves. Drazov, take it away. What would you say now that you see that he's returned and you wonder, does he have the crown of lies?
More importantly, he's trying to take me away from you.
Oh, it's difficult to decide which of those is more important. Right now. But once he sees Dr. Azolf in his lab, he drops the bucket. Like it doesn't like knock it over or anything. He just sets it down very heavily and it sloshes over its sides. You again, you dastardly imposter! What are you doing in my lab? Why do you defile my lab with your presence once more? And Dr. Azolf, of course, replies, "You vile mockery of everything that I am. Why are you once again pretending to be me? You are a pale imitation at best. And back to Drazel. What are you talking about? We have played this game before and you lost. I think that pretty definitively determines which of us is the real one and which is the imposter. Do you not agree? I mean, besides, you are still the mere toady of that wretched fool Vecna. And back to Dr. Azolf. Vecna is but a means to an end. I will have the book in no time at all, and then he will no longer be necessary. How long do you want me to do this back and forth? Because it's gonna be basically just a circle, just an endless loop.
Very well. Let's start to see, while you are both going in the back and forth, Lichdom, what would you like to do?
Oh, this must be that alternate timeline nonsense you've been talking about. I'm assuming the one up top is an enemy, and I should take care of that.
Correct.
Yes.
Ronaldo points at Dr. Azolf and says, "Put out his fire."
Oh, a bunch of wizards. So unelegant at times, except for Cyril. He's quite the charmer.
Thank you.
Pretty Ronaldo in the back says, "I'm not even."
Oh, don't get me started on you, Ronaldo. Walk 15 feet over here, and then he will misty step. Oop. Up here, next to Dr. Azolf. There we are, and then he will brandish his defender rapier, and then in quite a flourish, he will booming blade him twice.
Very well.
And as a reaction, Dr. Azolf is going to cast Shield.
Very well.
25 hit with shield up.
Yes, it definitely does.
So here's the weapon damage, and then here's the booming blade. So 19 and 14 is 33, and then 19 if you move, and on the second attack, that is also 25. For 17, and there we go. 17 and 16 is 33, and then 8, so 33 and 33, so 66 total, and 37 if you move.
Very well. Just a little problem. After the first attack hits, as a reaction, Dr. Azolf, the original, teleports 30 feet. Here.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Didn't he not use his reaction to cast shield?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I don't think, unless you made some changes to the character sheet that I'm not aware of, I don't think he has the ability
Refresh
to
the character
teleport as a
sheet on your end.
reaction. Oh no.
Someone got a power up.
Some became legendary. No.
Don't give him ideas.
All right.
You might want to read the notes on that.
I don't see anything in the notes.
Inventory.
Oh, inventory. Oh, I see. I see now. Gotcha. Okay. So how much
So
damage?
yes, he can
is
use
that overall.
he can do that as a reaction after the first strike.
Yeah, I get that. But he,
He did cast
Wait, does that
shield
give
very
him-
well.
yeah, okay.
So 66 damage and then another 37 if you move.
All right. So that is piercing and thunder, right?
Yeah, magical piercing.
Very well.
And none of that he has resistance to,
No.
or immunity to.
No.
Yeah.
Very well. And yeah, go ahead.
Cyril, is this one also your boyfriend?
Well,
Girls are flat.
I wouldn't go as far as a flirt. I mean, I am still a married man. I just seem to attract these kind of people. I don't know why.
They just want what they can't have.
You are that beautiful that your wife is okay with you being married and having 2 boyfriends.
Well, unfortunately, my wife is unaware of the situation that we're currently in, as she is dead.
Well, do you have room for a 3rd boyfriend then?
I mean, at this rate, the more the merrier.
Would you like me to take care of the other boyfriend after I finish with this boyfriend?
I think just that boyfriend for now, please. Thank you very much.
3 is a crowd. 3 is a crowd.
Yes.
And Lich Doom will end his turn there.
Very well.
There's a book out there called Harem of the Chronology Wizard. Too many boys, not enough time.
Amazing.
And with that, Drazov, what would you like to do?
Oh, he is going to start by moving.
Why is Dr. Azov Lich Doom now?
I know. They look exactly alike. It's like looking in a mirror.
Ew.
What the hell?
What the difference?
What the hell is happening?
Lichdom has really made Doom not so attractive.
And Doctor Azov, can you give us your best convincing speech that the other one is the fake one?
Real quick, can I hear Lich Doom's voice again?
Oh, not a bother. He talks like this.
Very snooty.
Okay, sorry. 1 second. Oh, pish posh. He is clearly the imposter. Why would you think anything else? I mean, please direct your attentions at him.
Oh, you get inspiration for that,
Wait. Dr. Azov does, or
Dr.
Drax
Azov get
does?
inspiration.
He already has inspiration.
He already has it.
Right on.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Very well. It's Drazov's turn, and Drazov now has to figure out, because your true sight can't tell the difference, who is Lich Doom and who is Dr. Azov.
Oh, we can't? Our true sight doesn't work?
Nope.
Oh.
Sounds a little sus to me.
Oh, okay. So, is that an insight check then?
You can roll. You both can roll. Lich Doom, you can roll persuasion to convince them that you are the real one. Dr. Azov, you can roll deception, and then they can roll insight if they want to figure it out.
All right,
Yeah, I don't
so-
want to figure it.
So,
Oh,
Dr. Azov,
There it is.
Lich Doom, Dr. Azov, you gotta beat a 22. With a 24, you do. So now, for you guys to figure out the deception, you gotta roll insight above 24.
I'll use my inspiration. Come on. Oh, I went off. Oh.
Crap spackle.
I'm gonna use my
Exactly
inspiration,
right.
dude.
And Cyril, Creek, and Ronaldo. Drazov, you gotta roll as well. Oh, Drazov already rolled. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
four of you are convinced that the one to the right is the fake one.
Can I use a lucky point to try and save my soul?
You mean to re-roll the persuasion?
Yeah.
Okay, by all means.
Oh, I feel like this is one of those crucial rolls. I might even spend all too lucky on this. Oh no.
You gotta beat that 24.
I gotta beat it. All right, I'm keep going. No.
Oh,
Last one.
come on, you're so close.
Let's go.
Oh.
All right. It seems that he managed to convince that he is indeed in the last minute. You guys are convinced that perhaps the one in the right is not the right one. Perhaps it's the one on the left. Drazov.
All he did was simply say, I mean, listen to this accent.
And
He doesn't even fancy Cyril.
Drazov, now that you are slightly more convinced that it's the one on the left, what would you like to do?
He's gonna. Oh, well, he already moved forward. So that's move action. And then he is going to use psychic whispers, or psychic whisper, to attempt to stun the imposter.
Very well.
So he just a string of incomprehensible eldritch whispers flows from his mouth and squeezes or attempts to squeeze whatever is left between the confines of that wretched imposter's skull. And that did not roll properly. Wow, that is a terrible roll.
Very well. And Dr. Azov can roll to save.
Oh, right. Not used to playing both sides of the thing.
Yeah, very much.
And he's... Yeah, he passed.
He passed, and what else is Drazov doing?
As a bonus action, he is gonna teleport... he's gonna Misty Step to...
Oh, Drazov, one more question. What level was that spell?
It's not a spell.
Oh,
Psychic Whisper is not a spell.
I always make this confusion. They are both on the same. It's your feature. it's your eldritch. It's your eldritch ability.
Misty Step is technically a spell, even though
Second level.
due to my class features, it does not take a spell slot. So I do need to roll 2d10.
Yes, that's unavoidable damage.
Yeah.
There are too many things with whisper in their name in this game, and I keep putting them in the same box.
So I take 16 necrotic damage.
16 necrotic damage, unavoidable
And
from the
my
wish stress.
defense, my resistance to necrotic damage, I'm assuming, does not
No,
have that.
it's unavoidable. It's because of the wish stress.
Yep. Got it.
And I assume that's the end of your turn?
It is.
All right. By the way, where did you leave the bucket of blood?
Where I started that turn, I think it's around there-ish, somewhere in this general area up here, near where Ronaldo is.
Okay, near where Ronaldo is. Then put a little bucket of.
It's like a little to the north and to the right about there.
There you go. All right. And with that, Ronaldo, what would you like to do?
First of all, because of Lich Doom's persuasion, we do know which one is Dr. Azolf, right?
Well, for this round, yes, you. But you know what, Ronaldo? Roll insight again.
Okay. Haha.
All right. Yes, you're pretty sure it's the one on the left is the fake one.
This one hasn't complimented me in 30 seconds. He's the wrong one. Alright, Ronaldo is going to reach a hand towards his neck and touch his new holy symbol, the ruby of the herald of eternal passion. It signifies his devotion as a cleric to the herald of the evening glory. It is a steel and ruby locket which opens to a sardonyx cameo of the evening glory, a beautiful woman. He is going to say, I summon Milady's veil, and then it's as if, like, funerary shrouds of black surround and envelop him, and then reach out as this kind of dim, shadowy darkness extends from him, reaching the circumference of his aura there, as he, it doesn't even require an action, it's just his channel divinity to create his twilight sanctuary. Now, I'm going to move, guys, and you will want to stay in it, because while in it, you get half cover, which is +2 to your AC, and +2 to dex saves, and if you end your turn there, you get temporary hit points. So, everybody likes Ronaldo, stick around!
And Cyril, as you see Ronaldo releasing that power, you hear in your mind,
I know that power. I know that magic. That is me. I'm present in both of you.
Cyril is going to respond to her in his mind and say, I mean, you did make both of us very attractive, so it adds up.
You should join your powers. You will be much more powerful if two vestiges are put together. There is no stopping us.
Ronaldo catches on that Cyril is catching on and winks and does a kissy duck face. And then with that, the rain is still pouring through the roof, right?
yeah, it is. The roof is open.
Ronaldo's blood red cloth looks just dark and rich in this rainy, dim atmosphere, and his mithril plate is just shining white with the raindrops bouncing off it. And then he's gonna pull back the lance that he's holding in his hand, and he's going to use Kraken's impaling lightning. He's gonna use the command word, "Release the Sharon!" And he's going to strike at Dr. Azolf. String of lightning.
Excellent. Oh boy.
Oh, God.
I'm using a luck point. That is oh, is a 21 here?
21. He does. Even with the shield. With the shield, he has 21.
Heck yeah. Alright. So this is going to be quite a bit of damage. Let's see. Oh, he has to make a dex save. Alright. Dex save 18.
Dr. Azolf, dex save.
Oh, darn. Yeah, that's a 20. Sorry.
Alright, let me see if you at least take half. Wow, doesn't even say half.
Doesn't take half, then it misses him.
Yeah. Wow, he dodged the lightning bolt. Good
He
job.
dodged a lightning bolt. Very well. And
then as a bonus action, why not? He's going to do. Ronaldo's gonna say like, "Oh, well, that was rubbish," and he's gonna click his heels and do bonus action Steps of the Night, and he can now fly in the dim light.
Nice.
And he's gonna fly. How close do I want to get? He's gonna get closer to you guys so you can get the bonus from his aura. There we go.
Is it a 30-foot aura?
Yes.
Nice.
Can we get
I
a
think I went too
visual
far.
indicator of that aura?
It's the same as his normal aura, right? Actually,
yeah.
it's slightly smaller.
How much is the aura?
30 feet.
30 feet? Then it's the same as the aura you are seeing. You should be seeing Ronaldo's aura. If you're not, let me know.
I'm not saying
Yeah,
his aura.
I'm not just seeing my own.
Okay.
There we go. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
You can all see Cyril's aura, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Very well. All right.
And that is my turn.
Excellent. And Cyril, you've noticed that there's something odd happening with Dr. Azov and Lichdom. Suddenly, what? You are seeing, it looks like mirror images of them.
Oh no.
Just appear one of the side of the just one side by side of the others. And
That is
your true sight cannot penetrate their oh, there's one too many, sorry. Your true sight cannot penetrate the mirror images. You're still seeing all of them as if they were originals.
Pretty Cyril is going to shout up to Lichdom, and he's going to say, I know we just met, and I know you have a little bit of interest in me, so I do deeply apologize for this. And he is going to do what all good wizards do in a situation like this, and he'll cast Fireball.
Very well.
Why do I feel you're not sorry one bit?
Very
No,
well.
Not one bit. Not one bit. That is...
You know what it is? I think it's that annoying noise that your body makes.
8. Wow.
Max is an 8.
You know that the little squeaky noise that your body was making early? I think that's what Zero is hitting at.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very well.
And that is the Dex. Ooh,
Dex 19.
Dex 19.
Dr. Azov.
Take the
Oh, right.
60.
Let's roll low on this one. Crap. Oh, hey. Yeah.
Failed.
All right. He fails, and he does not have resistance to fire.
He does not have resistance to fire.
Wasn't part of our wish.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Very well. So, Dr. Azov, you are really... Well, first of all the mirror images disappear. Lichdom, did you pass? No? Do you
I
have
failed,
resistance to
basically.
fire?
I do not.
Very well. So both of them, after that fireball explosion, are... Well, they're quite... they're smoking.
They are smoking. And Cyril is going to look over to Ronaldo to raise off at the prone creek and is going to say, see, a good fireball does no one any harm. And then he's going to look to Lichdom and he's going to say, well, I do apologize for the smouldering hair you're left with, but that will grow back, I promise you.
Oh, I hope your wife stays dead so I can have you all to myself.
Whoa! And as a bonus action, now seeing the Dr. Azov, Cyril is going to raise his finger and emit a green hue of disintegrate using his meta magic points for a quicken spell.
Very well.
And that is going to be a DC 19 for, where is disintegrate? And we all know I'm doing this at 9th level. For, come on,
You need to
109 damage.
Very
Cyril
well.
does- I forget the word for it, but disintegrate has become rather Cyril's, like, you know, his thing. You need to have a name to it.
Yeah, he really likes transmutation spells, even though he is in fact a chronology wizard.
Oh wow!
And he did not pass that dex save at all.
You should read that item. Actually, you should read for the previous one as well, because you have advantage on both saves.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll roll it again. Should I roll it again for the other one?
Yes, please. Is the 19
Okay,
going to
'cause
pass the
apparently
fireball? It will.
he-
So the 19 for the fireball, I'll give you 30 back. And now 19 for the... Yeah.
All right. Well, he still doesn't pass the...
He still doesn't pass the disintegrate. So...
I rolled those in the wrong character, but they're the same dex save,
Yeah,
so it doesn't matter.
And as that light of disintegrate hits Dr. Azov, his body crumbles to dust, and you can hear the sound of the loot hitting the ground. But most importantly, Dr. Drazov, what you hear hitting the ground is the sound of something metallic.
Well, I mean, we would hear that, except that right now he is just become a black pudding.
That is true.
I forgot about that.
I forgot about that face.
Oh, that's such a fun thing.
Out of the dust, just like a black pudding phoenix. You see. Oh boy, let me bring. Where's the token? There you go. A black pudding appears. But most importantly, a black pudding that has some pretty powerful magic items in it.
Yeah.
Very well. And I'm just gonna add the black pudding into the initiative, the same initiative. All right, and is that the end of your turn, Cyril?
Cyril's just gonna look over and just gonna say, "Oh, this thing. Well, I've done my part now. The rest of you, go, do your bit.
Disintegrated again.
That's me done.
And Creek, what would you like to do?
You freed Creek, right, Cyril?
Mhm.
Okay, good. Creek stands up on this table with his guitar and says, Dr. Azov, I've had enough of you. You know what? It's time for a diss track for this dirty lich. And he's gonna do his unsettling words. And he's gonna look to Drazov and then look to this block pudding and call him Dr. Azov. And then he just says, Dr. Azov's lab is falling apart at the seams. He's cooking up nonsense like bad science dreams. You claim to be a genius with your mad little schemes, but your equations are broken like shattered moonbeams. And just throw insult after insult. at this point.
Ronaldo's in the
Very
background
well.
doing like the arm emotions, like, oh shit, oh dying.
It goes like, oh, Dr. Azoff, you're losing the plot. You're mixing up chemicals, but magic it's not. You Bunsen burners fizzes, your theory's all right. In the lab of your disaster, your name's the mascot.
Drazloff does a little like golf clap.
So the next saving throw he does, he has to subtract a 7.
Very well.
And that's the bonus action. And then as an action, might as well do it. I'm gonna cast Psychic Scream, and as I say, you said you split atoms, but oh, you split hairs. Your lab coat's a joke, and your goggles, who cares? Your experiments flop like a fish in the air. Mad scientist? Nah, you're just science impaired. And I flash it.
Very good.
It needs to do a DC 20 intelligence save with a -7. On a fail, it turns and takes 46 psychic damage.
And Dr. Azov, you gotta roll with the stat block of the pudding, right?
Right.
So you
that's
should.
an
Can you see?
intelligence save?
Yeah. Can you see the? Let me put here. Let me give you control over the token. You should be able to see the buttons, the purple buttons on the top. Just use the check button on the top left.
All right. Check.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing intelligence on here.
Save. Sorry, not check. Save.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Very well. That's a 10. So with a -7, that's actually a 3. So it fails and take 46 points of psychic damage.
And it's stunned if it's not immune to that condition.
It is not immune to stunned.
It's not immune. It's stunned. Very
And
well.
Will just keep spitting bars as he ends his turn on top of this stretch table.
Excellent. Excellent. And Dr. Azov Puddin, what would you like to do?
Okay, so as stunned, he can only take an action or a bonus action, but he can't move, right?
Yes, an action, a bonus action, not both. He cannot move because the speed is 0. Cannot take reactions. Automatically face strength and dex saves and checks. Regardless of the abilities, he cannot make more than one attack during this turn. All attacks it makes have disadvantage. All attacks against it have advantage.
All right. Well, he's going to use the pseudopod action against the only thing he can reach, which is Lich Doom.
Excellent. And that's a 13 to hit?
Does not hit.
All right. And he fails and is just burbles
Roll.
in.
Roll the intelligence save again.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's a net 20!
Holy shit.
You get inspiration for that, Dr. Azov.
Wow, -5 intelligence.
Wow, unbelievable. So if that is no longer stunned, Dr. Azov knows how to make things interesting. Lich Doom, what would you like to do?
Oh, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. Let's finish this. Do Lich Doom. Whoa. Lich Doom will be like, oh my god, I don't have that spell.
You don't? Oh no.
Lich Doom will just, as a bonus action, he was, for the next time you ever think someone's impersonating me, no one can do this. And from his Heartlock armor, he will spend 1 charge to cast, no concentration required, as a bonus action, enlarge on himself for 1 minute.
Very well.
don't get it confused. Nobody can do this like I can. And he will strike the puddin twice with booming blade.
Very well.
30 to hit. 14. Booming blade.
All right.
Thunder,
So
25.
So first of all, after the first strike with 30, the black pudding teleports 30 feet away. So black pudding, please move yourself 30 feet away.
That's what, like
Whichever you
there?
want to go. Whichever you want to go. Whichever you want to go.
All right.
Very well.
Okay. Let's go there.
Very well. Second thing, as the black pudding lands on there, something very odd happens. Well, I guess you could expect that would happen. Suddenly the black pudding looks exactly like you.
Oh, let me just go and finish this. And Lich Doom will enlarge. What are the effect to when I'm? Is my speed higher, or I add 1d4 or 2d4 to my damage rolls? Isn't it?
When you are on enlarge, I'll put it here for you. There you go. So yes, your weights multiply by 8. Increase your size in one category. If until the spell ends, the target has advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Your weapons also grow to match your new size. While these weapons are enlarged, your attack deals 1d4 extra damage.
Okay, so here's the extra 1d4 on that last one. It's 2. And Lich Doom will say, "Come here and let me finish this." And
as he says that,
here is first attack. Oh, I don't have lucky or inspiration.
roll a flat d20.
Can I give him some of Dr. Azolf's inspiration?
No.
Because he's got several that he couldn't actually use because he already had it this session.
Roll a flat d20 for me, Lich Doom.
Legend, you are muted.
Oh. No, you can't give an inspiration to him. And roll a flat d20 for me, Lich Doom.
Flat d20. Oh no. I know what that means.
Yes. Lich Doom. As you try to hit him with your defender rapier, as with every strength in its body, this black pudding stretches a pseudopod, grabs it out of your hand, and absorbs it in its body. And you can see that perhaps there's something particularly special with this black pudding, but you can notice that it dissolves your weapon.
Oh, it's the quickest 100 LM I'll ever spend.
Welcome back!
1 in 400.
Yeah, at least you got a receipt.
And as that defender rapier is dissolved by the black pudding inside its body. And guys, again, your true sight can't tell which one is which.
If any of you guys are holding on to an inspiration, I'm gonna be so mad.
Drazov, what would you like to do?
Wait. How can we still be Oh, wait. So the black pudding can still transform to look like Lich Doom?
Yes, because it still has the magic equipment. And one of the magic equipments has a little mind of its own.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Carry on.
Well, I guess first thing I need to do is make. I guess it's an insight check,
Yes.
or is it perception?
It's well, if they're not trying to convince, are you gonna try to convince them that you are the real one, Lich Doom?
Hey, it's like, Drazolf, your imposter has just eaten my sword. I expect to be reimbursed by this.
Which one of you is? Wait, what? What?
What?
The one who has just eaten the sword is the fake one.
And
Isn't that you?
I thought yes. I
Oh
thought.
my.
Did you not just eat your own sword? I am very confused.
Lich Doom,
Why
they
would I
are
eat my own sword?
they are all, because the two of you are inside that area, are closer to the door. The ones that are below you don't really have a good angle. They didn't really see exactly what happened because they're about 15 feet below you, 10, 15 feet below you. So they can see your heads, but they didn't see your sword being absorbed.
Okay, the head that you can see that is closer to you, that is me. The other one is the fake.
The head that I see that's closest to me is Creek, though.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Wait, does that mean I'm Lich Doom?
Wait a minute, wait.
I use my active feet. I'm gonna use my active
Obviously,
feet.
you have to
And
shoot
I'm going
Yeah,
to
inspiration for Cyril.
No, so
Cyril,
Lich
you can already start to resolve wish spells. You see, that's the mindset.
I'm gonna use my active feet, and I'm gonna sound just like Lich Doom. Says, "Yeah, I am Lich Doom."
Cyril's gonna look to Renato and be like, what is going on?
Ronaldo's just like not paying attention. He's like looking at his clothes and the rain, and he's like, "Sorry, what?"
Doing his nails, filing them down.
Yeah, filing his nails. Sorry, what was that? Oh yeah.
And Creek, you are imitating Lich Doom now
Yeah.
with perfection. So now there are 3 Lich Dooms in the room. You guys are confused. Creek, you can roll persuasion, try and convince them that you are Lich Doom. Lich Doom, you can roll persuasion, and Dr. Ace of Pudding. You're doing a terrible job. You're doing a terrible job.
Inspiration. Can I use my inspiration?
By all means.
Creek
That's
somehow
20.
fails to do the pompous.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He actually held on to a nat 20 for inspiration. Oh my god.
From a nat 1 to a nat 20. Everybody in the room.
Swallowed.
There's gotta be some sort of foul magic happening here. Corruptive magic, because guys, the 3 of you are convinced. You are almost convinced, Lich Doom, that you are the real Lich Doom. Lich Doom, perhaps you are a clone. Who knows? And
rolling nat 1 to nat 20 earns him inspiration. I think.
oh yes, he can get the inspiration back. And
Cyril's gonna look to Drazolf and's gonna say, what is going on in this laboratory of yours? Why have you brought me here? This is so confusing.
and yes, there are.
This is not what I intended. Trust me, it is not a usual thing.
And Drazolf, what would you like to do? To you, the real Lich Doom is this one. Then your second, this is the real one. Then that's not what I want. This is the real one. This is the second best option, and this is the third best option. What would you like to do?
Love this.
Wait, I still need to roll an insight, I think.
Yes, roll an insight.
Okay. Why is that not rolling?
You gotta beat a 13.
There we go.
Very well.
All right, that's
You are 50-50. You think these these two guys are probably the real ones, and this one is definitely the fake one. I mean, it's not even talking, it's just making a nice stance as if he's trying to convince it's the Lich Doom, but by its pose.
Alright, well, he's gonna start by using Misty Step to go to the top of the stairs.
Very well. Then
Here.
that's another
That's
2d10.
gonna be, yep, 2d10. That's 13 more necrotic damage.
Right on the joints. Ah, when you land.
Yeah, do not like this. Just very uncomfortable. And then he is gonna. Oh, this is gonna suck. He's gonna cast a fireball. He's gonna point his. He's gonna point his staff, and he is going to. Woo! That is not what I'm trying to do. He is going to cast a fireball right about there, which with a 20-foot radius
Right there?
will hit. Yep, will hit that one, but not the other one.
Very well.
And that is 34 points of fire damage, unless it can make a dex save.
Very well. It still has
And
that
that
minus
was-
7, right? On the dex save anyway.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, its dex is minus. It's got a -3 dex modifier to begin with.
Very well, but you can roll a nat 20 again.
Yeah, let's.
You
hope not.
didn't. And
Alright, so that -7 is, yeah, definitely a fail.
and Dr. Azov Pudding still looks like Lich Doom, but it seems, for all you can tell, it looks perfectly fine, except that there's smoke coming out of its back.
And I take, Drazol takes an additional 37 points of necrotic damage,
Wow.
because that was a 5th level fireball.
Yeah. And with that, Ronaldo, what would you like to do?
All right. So first of all, I don't know what I read earlier, but it felt kind of wrong, and it is wrong. My channel divinity did take an action, which doesn't change anything because my action that I used to make an attack failed anyways. But for future reference, to make my Twilight
Yeah,
shout,
Channel
yes,
Divinity takes an action, yes.
Yes, it's an action. So my mistake. I apologize.
Very well.
But that being said, everyone who had ended their turn previously, Drazolf has just gone again. So Drazolf, Creek, and Cyril each should get this many temporary hit points. 22.
Very well.
Thank you.
For being in Ronaldo's
Thank you very
beautiful,
much.
lovely aura. You're welcome, you're welcome.
You
with
as
that,
well, Ronaldo.
What was that? Oh,
You as well?
yes. Oh, yes. Let me
Very
put
well.
Was that additional health part
Yeah.
of being in the aura?
Yes.
Yeah.
So not right now.
Okay.
You're out of it now. But
You're
like,
out of now, but before you were in.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So from the previous turn. Okay.
From the
gotcha.
previous turn, yeah.
Previous turn, you had ended your turn in there, and unfortunately, Lich Doom ended his turn outside of it, so he doesn't get it. But now,
Always
Ronaldo
picking on the
will-
new guys, just because he has a nose, guys. Give him a break.
I mean, not for long.
Yeah, it's gonna fall at any time now. Any day now, it's gonna fall.
Ronaldo's
will
going to
pick it right
fly up and alight upon the balcony railing there like Peter Pan, and he's gonna say, "Oh, wait a minute, hang on," and he's gonna look at Lich Doom, Dr. Azov, and Creek and be like, "Quick, Lich Doom, tell me I'm pretty!" And that's how he's gonna decide which one's the one.
Oh, you're so gorgeous.
Freaking Lich
And-
Doom's voice is saying, "Oh, the prettiest, fairest one of all."
And Dr. Ace of Pudding just looks at you, gives a little smirk, and winks.
Ha! He can't speak! I'm targeting that one! It's like, and also thank you. And he's going to cast at 7th level Firestorm. Dex 19 from the ooze.
Very well. And the ooze is burned to a crisp as is completely destroyed. And you now you can hear that crown hitting the ground. And Drazov, that is the sound of loot to you.
Yeah, he is in a dead sprint. He is also using Misty Step to get there even faster, even though it costs him another.
By all means. And as you get there, there's a problem though. Even with your true sight, you can't see it. It's invisible. So you start to tap around. Roll perception. Let's see if you can find it. Lichdom, you have no idea what... It's like he's ignoring the staff and the other items there on the ground. And he's going, apparently... He's searching for some... Is he blind? What is going on?
Why is that not rolling? There we go. Oh, wow, that is a terrible roll.
You're not finding it. I think you bumped. You're like Velma in Scooby-Doo looking for her glasses.
Yeah,
You're just...
exactly.
I have something I'd like to do.
Yeah?
Alright, so, seeing where he dropped the ooze, Ronaldo is going to cast Fairy Fire. Each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light. Any creature in the area, blah, 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 is outlined. For the duration, objects and affected creatures shed dim light. Any attack roll against affected creature or object has advantage, blah, blah. And the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible.
Excellent. So Dr. Drazov, you see right under the table the objects outlined, and finally, you get your crown.
Well, since I cast Fairy Fire, can I grab it first?
You can certainly roll initiative against each other and see who gets to it first.
Meanwhile, I'll talk to Lich Doom with my normal voice.
Oh no!
You were too slow. Drazov was just waiting for it.
Oh.
He jumped and grabbed it.
It was meant to be. And just so you know, I wasn't gonna keep it. I was just gonna ask what you would give me for it.
Oh boy.
He grabs it and immediately slams it down onto his head with all the strength that he can muster with his wish strain. Which is not very much.
It's not very much.
And immediately psychically whispers to the crown, I wish to know everything.
Oh jeez.
And thus he is attuned to it.
And the crown talks to you as you start to attune to it, in your attempt to attune to it. The crown says to you, "You are not Kaz, and you are not the other one either. Very interesting." Of course. I can tell you everything. Where should I start?
Start at the beginning.
Cyril, it's the Irish guy you were talking about. Well, then back to so high, he could catch the 3 birds.
Oh, so you know yourself now. You've been down the road there now, and you'll take a left and then a right and then another left, and sure, we'll just get back to the beginning. You know?
Actually, Creek would like to
And-
rewind his action. While they're
and-
up there, could I investigate the ruin?
Still on the ground, Lichdom, in front of you to your feet, and now highlighted by the magic, there is a very powerful staff. You can roll an Arcana. There's also an arcane grimoire, a wand, and guess what? An amulet of proof against detection and location.
Lichdoom's going to put his massive finger on Drazal's forehead and say, "You owe me a new sword."
And-
You want a sword? Yes, I will get you a sword. It is not important. I'm busy in conversation right now.
And as you are hearing all sorts of stories, and it starts at the beginning. And the beginning is there was this. Let me do it in the voice. In the beginning, there was this annoying and noxious goddess of magic that thought that she could stop all the creatures in the multiverse to becoming powerful. She wanted everybody to just cast spells to a level that was safe. She wanted to prevent more creatures to become gods. And then she decided, I know, I'm gonna make a ban. I'm gonna put together all the gods of magic from all the pantheons to agree that no one should challenge the status quo. Everybody should only cast magic up to 9th level. And then there was this hero, this rebel, who said among the gods and said, no, you are all wrong. You are just trying to protect your own pantheon. You are all little liches. And because of that, you're just trying to lich and lich and lich in this multiverse and in the people in it. And I thought I was in the wrong side, but this is morally wrong, and I will stop it. And the other gods laughed at him and thought he wasn't strong enough to stop the goddess of magic. And then one day she was in her room waiting for one of her 5 different lovers to arrive, and then he came, the hero, disguised with my help. The goddess couldn't see through him. She didn't know that such a powerful thing just like me existed. And he came in with a perfect act. Oh, he was already, I'm not taking any credit, he was a masterful actor, a master of deception. He pretended to be her lover, and they lay together. And when her guard was low, he pulled his very sharp, sweet blade, blessed by the Lord of the 9 Hells himself, with a necromantic spell that could only have been casted by the God of Secrets. And he slit her throat. Not even the magic of that goddess could stop the bleeding. And just like that, Mistra was dead. And then the gods of justice came, and they were applying injustice to him. He, the defender of the multiverse, had been destroyed, had destroyed something pure. The ban on the magic spells could no longer exist. Creatures could now become legendary and demigods. And they were like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. You are evil. And then the hero hid me in a secret place, as he knew the gods of so-called justice would come for him. And I was hidden there, right under the bed where she died. No one could see me, none of the gods. Only the hero knew where I was. And he was imprisoned by the gods. The gods couldn't even finish him. He was in prison, incarcerated in his own dominion. Ah! But then a windfall came, and someone reached out to him. They wanted to talk with him. They wanted to congratulate him. And many of the gods across the multiverse thought the hero was a true hero. It's when they came to him and they asked, how did you do it? How could you slay such a powerful goddess? And only him and the Lord of the Nine Hells and the God of Secrets knew the truth. Just the three of them that had conspired against her. And then he gave this little vampire a tip. He said, oh, would you like to work for me? And then he went and told the vampire where to find me. Because the vampire promised him he would find a powerful rod that would split all across the multiverse and in exchange, after he gets this rod with my help, he is going to free the hero. And they are both going to be heroes together. And then they're going to go after all the other gods that thought they could stop the hero, those so-called gods of justice. And together with the God of Secrets and the Lord of the Nine Hells, they are going to slay all the gods and use their corpses as an example to anyone else who tries to control those who should be powerful. And Drazov, you listen to all this story. No one else can hear this, as the rest of the party is trying to decide who's going to take the staff of power that is by the feet of Lichdom, who's going to take the arcane grimoire that has all the spells Dr. Azov knew, who is going to take the failed experiment wand that is there in the amulet of proof against detection.
Did Creek actually look at that glyph instead? The one underneath the table?
Yes, it's an alarm glyph. And Go ahead.
Cyril's going to look to the others and it's going to say, how about for now we leave these here and we continue on with our summoning. I mean, and he's going to point to the bucket of blood. I mean, before long, Drazov will have to go off and magically come back with more fresh blood. It's just uncanny how often he has to do this.
Scoop up the items and divvy it out in downtime.
Yeah.
Very well. And with that, Cyril, you go back down to draw your conjuration circle. And as I was saying, you go back down to draw your conjuration circle. that was the cue.
Very slow in this armor, you know.
Oh yes, that is true. I keep forgetting about that. And the moment you finish drawing the symbols on the ground, the conjuration circle, it's kind of small conjuration circle, starts to glow. And and the circle starts to glow. Is that one to your right?
No, not my left. No.
No, that one to your right. And there is the conjuration circle starts to glow, and it's time to send a message to whoever it is that you were talking there. How many rings did you buy?
10.
10. Very well.
10. Cyril is going to... Is this limited to sending 25 as well?
Yes.
Okay.
You gotta cast sending.
Oh god. Let me just burn a slot so I don't forget. Right. We have the rings and the conjuration circle. What do you need us to do now?
So, you want me to deliver a message and bring your friend back to you, huh? That is a kidnap. You said you have 1 soul coin and 10 rings of mind shooting? Put him in the circle.
And Cyril is going to dump them in. And he's going to look to Drazov and he's going to say, how is this coin still so wet?
Trust me,
It's
you
raining
really
here.
do not want to know. I mean, you would not feel any better if I gave you an actual answer. Trust me.
And he's going to put... Before he puts them in, he'll cast sending once more. And he'll say, how do we know you'll hold true to your end of the bargain?
You don't, but what option do you have?
And he's just going to look to the others and he's going to shrug and he's going to say, oh well. And he's going to chuck in the 10 rings and the soul coin.
And as you troll them in the circle glow, and immediately they disappear. Almost immediately, they disappear, and you receive a message back saying,
Very well. Here's your friend.
and suddenly in front of you, prone on the ground, completely tied up as if it was a pig in a rodeo, with the legs of his armor, everything tied up, all restrained, on the ground, gagged, is Ugly Cyril.
Ronaldo's gonna rush forward, undo his binds, and then just shout at him, do you still have the piece? The rod piece.
Do you still have the rod piece, Cyril?
Cyril's going to look to the group and is going to say, I do still have the rod piece.
But you know what is really, really bad, Cyril?
No, I do not know what is really, really bad.
Out of that gambling and the fact that they tie you up, is that because they tied you up, you have no idea if you're holding the imperceptible Chronomancer's staff anymore. And
No comment.
and your hands,
I did say originally I had it glued to my hand.
you did. You glue something to your hand, but it's imperceptible. So how would you know?
Okay.
So before, you had faith that it was there. Now you're just not completely sure. And your hands are still closed around and and glued to
An
it,
item.
and the fingers are still glued to each other. So it might still be there. I'm just saying your level of doubt was never this high.
I am still hopeful, though. I do believe that my immense strength of 11 was strong enough to hold on to the staff.
Very well.
Also saying that Cyril perpetually has a hand stuck in a suggestive position, no matter what he's doing.
And that is
In
true.
front of himself.
That is true. That hand is always in that suggestive position. They stole the 2 soul coins from you. You lost your amulet of proof against detection and location. But before we go further, this is probably the most important roll you're gonna do for Cyril, Ugly Cyril, which is you gotta roll a intelligence check to determine, and you can choose which ability you want to use to determine how well you did in the poker game.
Okay.
And that will determine how many items you lost or won.
Okay.
Go, do it. Go.
I mean, technically, I could use my what is it called, conversion future, and get the maximum amount, but I won't. Intelligence, just a flat intelligence,
Yeah.
or a save.
Just I need. Oh, you can choose it. Which intelligence check you want? Can be investigation, arcana, history, whichever you want. Whichever you choose, it's going to. Investigation is probably a good one. Or if you prefer, you can try and use a different check, like persuasion or something like that.
I use perception.
Sure.
Intelligence.
I can see them.
Sir.
No, I'll do investigation. And I'm assuming I don't have the advantage from the staff that I may or may not still have in my person.
Well, let's see. Click on the button. If the advantage is there, it's probably the staff.
A 30.
Oh, still there. And
Plus 12.
now it's
Gosh. Must be nice.
unless you're rolling against devils who are quite cunning.
Like Creek level.
Yeah.
God.
I'm not gonna even make this a gem roll.
Oh my god.
Pizza.
We gotta do a tie break now.
Okay.
Again.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Investigation again.
Oh god.
Oh no! Oh no!
Inspiration to get them to re-roll it.
Very well.
Absolutely, you can use that re-roll.
All right, you gotta be the 19 now.
Okay, that is so doable. That's so doable. Come on. That's a 28. Thank the
Very well.
Lord, Synapsis himself.
Very well, Cyril. It seems the only thing you've lost were the soul coins and the amulet, which whoever tied you up and took you out of the tables, those ruffians, they were so rude to you. Those devil bodyguards that took you out of the table and they accuse you of cheating. What are they talking about? How could you be cheating? Just because you were controlling time to, check the cards and then try and beat them and this kind of stuff. And how could they accuse you of cheating? Well, it seems that they threw you in some sort of teleportation conjuration circle and sent you back here. And they took a little fee with those soul coins and the amulet. But here you are, Cyril. You are back in Drazov's laboratory. And look at that. Is your beautiful brother that is on the other side who just brought you back. And then there's something new here. Who the hell is the other beautiful boy in the room? And who is the giant elf?
Ronaldo, like Cyril's still lying on the ground with his hands tied up, and Ronaldo is like on his knees holding him up like a prince. Be like, "Sweet Cyril, open your eyes. Art thou okay?"
Cyril's actually Cyril has to do a check. God, where's normal Cyril? Oh God. So Cyril is infatuated with Cyril.
Very
And
well.
Infatuated with Ronaldo, and he's gonna say, "God, look at me, between two handsome devils. I mean, I know I just came out of hell, but I didn't know two escaped with me."
Must have landed in heaven.
Oh,
And
Cyril, you're so bad.
and he's gonna look to the group and he's gonna say, "Gosh, you should have seen it. There was like 16 people all playing poker, and I beat them all. May have cheated, may not have cheated, but it was a great time. It was a great time. What have I missed? Also, who are you, and why are you so handsome? And why am I so handsome? God."
And who is the big giant in the room?
Ah, I could care less. I suppose you too, Mr. Giant. Who are you? Clearly not a lich, as you have a nose, but
I wish you could never speak again.
I'm going to counterspell that.
Good grief.
All right. So that was a cast of wish. Very well.
No, why would you do that? No.
Very well.
Oh,
Lich,
no.
roll your counter spell, Cyril. You at 9 level. Very well. Lich Doom, you try to stop him from ever speaking again, but he counterspelled you right on time. 9th level counterspell.
You'll get it next time.
That's Cyril's just going to look to him and he's going to say, "All I said was you had a nose. And you tried to
All I said was
silence
I
me."
wish you stopped speaking.
It's extreme. He's going to look at the others and he's going to say, "And are you with this fella? I mean, Drazov, maybe he is one of your experiments gone wrong?"
It is always a possibility. I have a great many experiments that have gone very wrong, and I cannot keep track of all of them. There are simply too many, and their effects are too varied.
Let's try this again. And he's gonna walk up to the giant. He's gonna say, "I am Cyril. And who are you?"
My name is Lich. It's a pleasure to meet you, although you're so ugly compared to your brother.
I mean, you say pleasure to meet you, yet you try to silence me forever. So I'm getting mixed signals here. And
You
I mean,
said you could care less when he was introduced to me.
There's a difference between caring less and being silenced forever. Now I'm well aware of my handsome self over there and the handsome fella to my left, but I mean, I barely even know you. How about we start again from the top? And he'll extend a hand to shake his.
Lich will shake his hand and said, "I've never met someone who stutters so much. It's a pleasure to meet you, Cyril."
The witch?
Nice. Nice.
His comeback has been so wonderfully passive aggressive from start to finish. Oh my goodness.
Makes me want to wish for silence.
And now with Cyril back, you can all finally return to Sigil, which is going to be a walk back, except of course, pretty Cyril. Perhaps you want to stay here in Drazov's laboratory. Drazov, you said you had something special to show him.
Yes. Sorry. Yes. Yes, he does. So, as the rest of them are talking, Drezov is going to take Pretty Cyril aside and say, I've got something over here that I think you will be most interested in. Just follow me this way.
And he
gently takes him by the arm.
And then the other Cyril interjects and is like, no. I've seen this before. Come back to me. Come back. And he's going to grab the other arm.
Ronaldo's going to go down to the benches and be like, so, Creek, round 2?
in just a minute, yes. And then I look at Lich Doom. And I say, I'm sorry you lost that sword.
I'm not going to lie. It was my favorite one. I literally just got it. I actually can't believe it's gone.
Creek will, well, if you're willing to make a deal, I think I have a sword that's better than what you were using.
You have something that's better?
And Creek will take out... No, I don't want to damage him, no! Creek will take out his sword.
It's sore! You said deal, not deal.
I'm not attacking him, that was accidental.
Whoopsie daisy, I cut your head off.
Whoops, what'd you think? No, so I take out the Eternal Slayer short sword. I said, well, perhaps you look really good with a sword. As you see, I'm good with my words. Perhaps one can borrow it if one can do some favor for me.
I mean,
And while you're a giant and you get this sword in your hand, it looks more like a toothpick than a sword.
Well, I would say it's very kind of you, and I will have to somehow become proficient with this. But what is the deal?
Well, you say you were sent by Carnapsis, yes? And you say
Yes, sir.
You're here to fight the Whispered One.
Indeed I am, sir.
I have something I would like from Carnapsis, and I think your audience would help me get it.
Then what might that be?
And Creek takes out his lyre. I am also a famous musician and traveler, and a signature from Carnapsis would be the best thing to my collection. Honestly, I think you could put a good word in for me and get him to sign this lyre. Look at this. There's Strahd right here. I also have Granny on site. Look at this. I even have my own self. Facto Skull. I have Temptress. Look at all. And Tasha, that chaotic witch. Look at all these names. And how cool to be to have Carnapsis right on that lyre.
If I know Carnapsis, you already have his signature, but I will be honored to put in a word for you. Although I must say, since knowing Carnapsis, that word has already been said.
Look. You're a man on the inside. I tried to ask him the question, and he didn't give me a yes or no. But I think if I hedge my bets here, I can definitely get the time dragon on that lyre. All right. So is it a deal?
It's the deal, sir. Thank you very much.
Greek lets him borrow the Eternal Slayer short sword, and then he gets on the little thing and says, "Yes, Round 2, Ronaldo.
Very well, Ronaldo.
Doesn't count.
Roll your athletics,
Doesn't count
and
my
Drazov, you roll athletics against Zero. Ugly Zero.
Yeah, that's not gonna go well.
You can roll acrobatics as well as you're trying to pull it.
I mean, it's gonna be bad either way, but I think athletics is probably the way it's supposed to be.
You don't have the strength to keep Pretty Zero in your laboratory, unfortunately, Drazov. And with that, Ronaldo, how much did you roll? 18. Oh yes, you can see Creek's spine stretching and snapping, and you can hear the all the noise. And in Creek, you were about an inch taller. After that stretching, it was a good stretching. Not enough to snap you, but good enough.
I'm now 6'4".
Very well.
Damn.
I feel a little bit younger. Ronaldo, you work wonders. Now I just need that beauty skin. If only Ciro could tell me what kind of potato he used.
Potato.
The full moon is not here for another 2 weeks, good sir. We'll all bathe in it then.
Creek will leave the table in his new heightened fashion.
Well, before Ronaldo releases Creek, while he's restrained there and helpless, he's just gonna play xylophone on his ribcage.
You roll a performance. I want to see how well he does that.
Just because I can.
And in Lich Doom, you've I have to say, you look around and you're starting to realize that Cronaps is really threw you under the bus here.
Go with the left-hand horse.
Is this the party that's supposed to defeat Vecna with you?
Cronaps wouldn't send me here unless this was a sure thing, but he also was very sure that I absolutely detest being here, that dastardly dragon.
Yep. He's definitely hoping you take a lesson out of this. Whatever lesson he's trying to teach you. And with that, after you guys finish your business in Drazov's laboratory, there's a long way back, but you arrive back in the sanctum in Sigil, where Midge and Volkar are drinking a disgusting, smelly tea. And Midge tells you, let me try and do my best, Midge.
This amazing tea outside, it's made of special mushrooms from the Underdark.
Oh, yes, it's quite nice. I never felt so relaxed. And you guys look at Volkar, it's almost as if he's melting on the couch. Did you guys? Oh, look at that. I'm seeing an ugly Zero and a pretty one. Oh, wait. You guys got the pieces of the rod, right? Shall we put all together now?
I think we shall.
Yes, of course.
Well, you tell us, Volkar, does something happen if we reunite all the pieces? Are we suddenly gonna get under the detection of some ne'er-do-wells? Will Kaz know where we are? Is it safe, I mean?
You make a good point. Perhaps we should put all the pieces together when we get to the ziggurat. Which reminds me, guys, the entrance to it, guess where it is? You're never gonna guess.
The necro tree?
No. You see, some time ago, about 300 or so years ago, this newbie Lich, just like Lichdom is now. She still had a nose, and she came to me as a new Lich, and she was apologizing for my condition and what she had done and whatnot. And I was like, don't worry, Lich. What is that you want? And then she tells me that she needs a place that is safe. A place that Vecna would avoid, like the plague. And I said, I know just the place for you to make your little lair. And then I took her there. There was a Dracolich living there.
Yup, Necrolupa's place. I knew it.
He decimated the Dracolich. He doesn't even know what is buried under her lair. There's a little secret door there that goes to the buried ziggurat underground. And you guys, when we get there, I know the sequence for the teleportation circle. When we get there, all we gotta do is put the rod together and open the door and hope there is no Nera inside. There's probably a Nera inside. There's probably more than one Nera inside. Do you guys remember what's a Nera?
No, tell me.
Yeah, if you don't mind. I mean, we also have some new faces as well, so
Think about a construct golem made of mirrors. Whoa. That just gave me some ideas. And then that construct golem made of mirrors is very powerful, and it has special mirrors in its body that reflect attacks back to whoever attacks it. And then it steps into this mirror dimension that not even the gods know how to open. And then it steps out of it and slashes you and then cuts you in pieces and then steps back in. And if you try to cast a spell on it, it reflects back at you. Isn't that fun? So I hope you guys have a plan to deal with that, because that's probably what we're gonna find inside that ziggurat. Who is the new guy? Oh, you're the Chronepsis guy, aren't you?
It's okay, guys. It's okay. I know his memory is yes, Chronepsis, dragon friend.
You're gonna really like this tea, because I can see you're a tight ass bitch. Come here.
did not expect that.
I didn't expect that at all. You have an itch? Would you like? You have an itch? Is someone supposed to scratch that for you?
Legend, you get inspiration for that.
And he uses mage hand and bring you a little cup of smelly tea, and you look inside and you see all these glowing mushrooms, and Mage says,
"You're gonna love it, new guy."
do you drink it, Lichdom?
Go on. It's like, it'd be rude not to.
I mean, Lichdom, do you ever refuse tea?
Never.
With that accent, it's forbidden to refuse tea.
Quite indubitably.
And as you drink, Lichdom, can you give us just a little bit of a glimpse of how is Lichdom high?
How is Lichdoom high? He starts dribbling. And he just continuously says, dribble, 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 dribble. And that's all he does. And he walks around in circles and waves his hands in the air. And he starts sweating. Oh my god.
Very well. I And as you guys are seeing that reaction, Volkar says, see, he's finally listening up.
Dribble, 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 dribble.
Come on, guys, sit down. Let's have some tea and relax. Midge found the good stuff. You can all get a little pot of the little thing, and let's just sit down and relax, because it's gonna be a rough ride from this point onwards. And with that,
Pretty cool.
Ronaldo, wait, we get to say what we're doing, right?
yes, of course.
Ronaldo's gonna have some, and then after just relaxing and chilling for a minute, he's gonna look at Midge and he's gonna say, "You know what? You don't need a vestige to look beautiful. You look beautiful, Midge." He's gonna give her a big hug, and then he's gonna go to everyone, every single person, Vokar, Creek, "You're beautiful." Gives him a big hug, and "You're beautiful, and you're beautiful, and you're beautiful too."
Thank you, thank you. Creek's gonna take a hit of that tea, and then he's gonna start playing by Mob Barley, Three Little Birds, and you hear him be like, "Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright." And then Creek just keeps playing this song by Mob Barley.
Mob Barley, of course. And how are the cereals high? How did the cereals? What after drinking the tea? How did the cereals react?
Well, Ugly Cyril is just counting up in prime numbers. And Pretty Cyril is just staring at his hand, bringing it closer to his face and further away, and then turning it over and acting shocked that it can turn, and then bringing it closer and further. And then turns around to see Drazolf, and he goes, "Your hair! Oh, okay. God, I thought your head was on fire." And he sticks his hand on it, and he's like, "It is on fire. What?" And back to his hand, further away and closer again.
Cyril keeps thinking that there's something glued to his hand.
No. Ugly Cyril's counting in prime numbers.
And Drazov, you drink the tea. What is your reaction?
Drazzle becomes fascinated, even more fascinated, with the basically whatever he's looking at, which at this point is mostly Pretty Cyril. And he's just putting his hands on Pretty Cyril's face and just getting real into it in like a problematic way, like just getting all up in that face.
That's probably the only time.
And Cyril, as he's doing that, you've noticed the physiognomy of Drazov changes, and it mimics you. And it looks exactly like you. And now, there are two pretty Cyril's in the room. One of them is massaging the other one's face. And Drazov, you don't even realize the crown has done that. You will continue to do that, and now it just feels like narcissistic thing. Cyril, you were not enjoying it first, but now that you are seeing that it's yourself, I mean, maybe there's a little piece of you that is enjoying that.
And they all notice each other and do the Spider-Man meme.
People playing music go like, "Wow, I'm seeing double. This is better than the goo room upstairs."
I'm seeing double as well. Wait. Drazov didn't know how to do that. How is he tricking my true sight?
And then I use the actor feed. 'Cause it's Cos! Man, he knows how to party, doesn't he?
Ronaldo's like, he's got the crown thing, man.
What? He got the crown of lies. You must be very careful. That crown is a liar.
They're,
Be careful, that kind is a liar. Yeah.
they're good lies, though.
Such good lies.
And on that note, and with our entire party knocked off, and getting ready, or I should say getting high, before heading into an important mission, Dave.
Family-friendly note.
Probably yes. We'll conclude this session here. For all of you who've been watching us, thank you for watching. It's a pleasure having you here. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel so that way every time we're live or there's new stuff, you're gonna receive a notification. And if you haven't heard from the start of the session, we are doing a giveaway in celebration to our 500 subscriber milestone being reached. You can find details for it in the post of this channel. And yeah, they're cool stuff. We have 12 Lego minis that we're gonna send away, and some collector edition Dungeons and Dragons stamps from Royal Mail and all this kind of stuff. So if you want to check that out, just head to our channel. Into the posts is there. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.